he's always been steady, firm, doesn't really rock the boat, but he's always been successful.
I think he's brought consistency and advocacy to this community for a long time, and it continues to this day.
From the beginning, with his background from hotel school, he brought a professionalism to Gettysburg in an emerging tourism destination.
My first job when I was probably maybe 7 or 8 years old was picking some weeds out of the flower beds. I think I got like 25 cents an hour. I'm not sure if I was really worth what I was being paid. I think I probably goofed off more than I really got done. But
he was a member of the CVB board. He was a member of the board of directors, I think, from the beginning, when Gettysburg was still forming its first marketing community. And he always went above and beyond.
I like taking pictures and photography, and so we didn't have much back in the mid-70s of a stock of pictures to pick from.
When we had no money for a professional photographer, Paul went out and photographed all of the events in Gettysburg and made the pictures available to our then travel council and CVB at no cost for promoting Gettysburg. And it was a great gift.
I guess the most proud thing that I really did was involved the copy of the Gettysburg Address on display in Gettysburg.
Paul got the idea about bringing the Gettysburg Address to town when we were up at Cornell one time, and they have a copy up there which you can just walk in and ask to see it, and they bring it out, and you can, it's in a plastic holder, but you can touch it and everything. And so at that point I think Paul got the idea of bringing a copy here.
Due to some congressional pressure in the 80s, and much to the chagrin of the folks from the Library of Congress, that a copy of the address came to Gettysburg for several summers.
So that was a big deal. He was very proud of that.
My dad has never asked an employee to do anything that he would not do himself.
One of the most wonderful things about Paul is you can tell how well his properties are managed by the longevity of the people that work there.
I think Paul has always looked at what is good for Gettysburg is good for us as an individual business and good for everyone.
He's always been big on the group marketing Gettysburg, and marketing Gettysburg first, and then marketing your attraction, restaurant, or hotel. Whenever we travel, Paul will wear a Gettysburg t-shirt, and of course people always say, "Oh, Gettysburg, I was there," and enjoy talking to them about Gettysburg and what'd you do and where'd you stay, of course. People don't know him well, don't recognize what you see at first blush isn't exactly what you get. You have to ask him for a joke when you meet him. And if he doesn't have one at the top of his head, he'll pull out his cheat sheet out of his wallet where he keeps his joke end lines so that he'll remember the joke.
I think my dad's biggest accomplishment in the tourism industry is his personal connections that he's made throughout the community. He has a way of making people remember him, and not in a loud sort of backslapping type of way, but just in his quiet manner. I know there have been so many instances that I'm out and about and I mention my name, and "Oh, are you Paul's daughter? Oh, okay, I know him from back when," and everyone has just a good memory to share of my dad. I'm very proud to call Paul my friend, and certainly as a community we're very grateful for the work that he's done.
He was a good manager, he was a good boss, but in the 10 years I worked there, we became very good friends. He was a man who loves not only his business, but his family deeply, loves his wife, adores his children, and it's so wonderful that Laura has come back and Nate to take over the hotels, and he and Dana get a chance to travel more extensively.
My goal is to show up at work just in time to go to lunch, but I haven't reached that yet. That's an aspiration for the future.
Whenever we would get behind a slow car on the battlefield, you know, you see those bumper stickers, tourist season, etc. He'd always remind us that they're not just a tourist. They're a family that's here to learn, and we want to give them the best possible experience that they can have while they're here in Gettysburg, and we want to welcome them like we would welcome a friends or family of ours.
And I just like Gettysburg. I just like the area. I like the history. I like the people. I think that if more people would visit Gettysburg rather than going to amusement parks, America would be a much better place than it is.